What happened while we were away, brought to you by this.
Well, we can't do it when he's got
That is the man who authorities say wielded a makeshift flamethrower while yelling those slogans you just heard, like Free Palestine, and hurled an incendiary device into a group that had assembled to raise attention for Israeli hostages in Gaza. 8 people were injured, some with burns. Victims ranged in age from 52 to 88, and the injuries spanned from serious to minor. The suspect is Mohamed Sabry Soliman, a 45-year-old who was booked into Boulder County Jail north of Denver and is expected to face charges in connection with the attack the FBI is investigating as a terrorist act. According to Fox News, who reported it first, Soliman is an illegal alien and Egyptian national who came to the country on a visitor's visa in late 2022, illegally overstayed his visa, and was rewarded by the Biden administration with a work visa. With that in mind, I want to ask you something. This is a freeze frame from one of the videos which emerged from the attack. If you're over the age of, say, 30, how would you explain this photograph to your grandparents? For those of you listening, this freeze frame shows the terrorist, Mohamed Sabry, as he's carrying out the attack. In the background, we see the Boulder, Colorado City Hall. Boulder, of course, a college town and very progressive. Adorned over the entrance to City Hall is the Progress Pride flag, just in time for the artist formerly known as Pride Month. In the foreground, we see Soliman, the terrorist and illegal alien, allowed here with a work visa, in the process of hurling pro-Hamas chants and carrying 2 Molotov cocktails. And in the nearest foreground, we see charring on the sidewalk in front of him, ostensibly the result of one of the older individuals he set on fire. Taken as a whole, how would you explain the country that this happened in to your grandparents? I'm not sure I could. Moving on, we're being told Ukraine launched a successful covert operation using drones to destroy Russian bombers deep inside Russia. One of those operations over the weekend targeted bombers in Siberia, thousands of miles away from the front lines. We're being told Ukraine was able to enlist Russian civilian tractor trailers to stage the drones close to Russian air bases. Moscow says the attack is an act of terrorism. Delegations from Ukraine and Russia met for ceasefire talks in Istanbul this morning. Those talks lasted about an hour. Back at home, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent had himself a little "I don't really care, Margaret" moment on CBS.
The reality is there will either be less inventory or things at higher prices or both.
Margaret, when we were here in March, you said there was going to be big inflation. There hasn't been any inflation. Actually, the inflation numbers are the best in 4 years. So why don't we stop trying to say this could happen and wait and see what does happen?
At a rally in Pittsburgh, touting the partnership agreement between Japanese Nippon Steel and American Steel, President Trump says,
"We are going to be imposing a 25% increase. We're going to bring it from 25% to 50%, the tariffs on steel into the United States of America, which will even further secure the steel industry in the United States."
On Friday, the Supreme Court ruled the Trump administration can indeed end the temporary protected status of over 500,000 illegal aliens, which the Biden administration had let stay in the country. Let's go out west, where a dude won the girls' 400-meter dash in Washington State. Here's how the podium announcement sounded.
Second place, Lauren Matthews. And first place, your 2025 winner, in a time of 55.70 from East Valley of Spokane, Veronica Garcia.
Yeah, Veronica, who is actually a dude, got booed while the rightful champion, who came in second place, got a loud ovation. In California, another dude named A.B. Hernandez won multiple gold medals at California's high school track and field championships over the weekend, including in the high jump and triple jump, where he absolutely dominated the actual females competing.
Nervous right now, state finals, back here again. Just trying not to get in my head and just relax, but it's a little harder this year.
Behind AB's every move is her mother, Nereida, who has been watching from the crowd and protecting her 16-year-old daughter from nearby protesters, both on the ground and in the sky.
I'm not losing my child because of my stubbornness and for me being closed-minded. I'd rather embrace our times together, even if it's been this difficult, than going to a cemetery and crying because I couldn't accept something.
Oh, also, you'll recall that boxer in the 2024 Summer Olympics, Iman Khalif, who claimed he was a female and was defended by the media. He took a blood test, and he is indeed a male. And finally, this from the Babylon Bee, monkeypox symbol added to pride flag. Yeah, that's right. And that's what happened while we were away.